My mic is not muted. I told you I'm having a really bad hair day. This is horrible, and I mean horrible. Oh well, I might as well. Look at this. This is a mess. I told you I'm having a really bad hair day. This is horrible. Horrible. Oh well, I might as well. Look at this. This is a mess. Okay, you guys. Oh my God, this is a shame. Oh my God, I look a mess. Okay, well, oh well. Why does Mel just wing it? Oh well. So I have the wrong screen share then. Is it this one? No, it's not. Oh, is it this one? It's this one, right? So, okay. I hope I have it. I hope I do. I do apologize, you guys. This is awful. Oh my gosh, I might have to take this one down and completely start over. Let's see. This is awful. Oh my gosh, I might have to take this one down. Okay. Well, no one is perfect. All right, you guys. As you can see from my title, I have establishments that were found in violation. Okay, they were found in violation. These are businesses that were found in violation. Okay, you guys. Oh, wow. And I think it's a big deal. And the reason why I think it's a big deal is because this is our food. This is our food, you guys. This is what is for consumption. And I have to keep my real ones informed. And I like doing that. So let's go ahead and get the party started. So on the Humane, matter of fact, I'm sorry. Good grief. This is not one of my better days. I do apologize, but look, bear with me. I'm gonna get through it. Oh my goodness, wow, I just don't know what to do anymore. Well, anyway, you guys, I really do have to tell you that this is public information, okay? And there is a site called the FSIS.USDA.GOV. That is where I found this information, and I'm showing that to you guys so that you can see that for yourselves. And this is really something else, because, and the reason why I have this up here so that you guys can see this, and know that, hey, this really is happening. So I highly advise you guys that this is a public information site. So anyone can go on this site that you see now and be able to see the exact same information that I am viewing. And this is a list of companies that are in violation, okay? And yes, they had to be served. And I'm just happy to know that USDA is actually performing their job. I truly am. And Because honestly, I was thinking that people didn't care, that these companies just like USDA, all this government stuff that we have in the United States. I was wondering, like, do they ever do anything? I was wondering that. And according to this, FSIS, Freedom of Information Act, yeah, they do. They are located in Washington, D.C. And let me go ahead on and give you guys this particular list. So, let me do this right now. Okay. So here we go, you guys. I am going to go down this list. And this is humane handling enforcement actions. And what you will see is the list, okay, of official enforcement actions FSIS has taken against establishments that have been found in violation of the Humane Methods of Slaughter Act. This page contains official notifications of enforcement actions and restarts when the establishment has demonstrated regulatory compliance. All right. And now these letters will only be available for a period of 1 year and will then be removed from the website. So keep that in mind, you guys. And what I'm noticing on this page is that all of this action has been performed in 2020, and then there is some that were from not even a year ago, 2019, but this goes back, 1 year. But these are different companies. And as you can see, you see a lot of this year of 2020, and this year is not even over yet. So, and the list is still going. I am still scrolling, you guys. I am still scrolling. And when you see those dark blue lines with the dark blue print, those are different companies. They are different companies. And I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. And I can't believe that I'm still scrolling. I mean, this is crazy. What are they doing? You see a lot of suspension and intended enforcement, a lot of suspension. Woo. Suspended. Notice of suspension. Deferral, intended enforcement. Suspension, deferral, intended enforcement. I mean, this list really goes on. And remember, you guys, I just stated to you that for further information, you can contact the FSIS, Freedom of Information Act. That's the office, and that's the address that you can see here. And they're located in Washington, D.C. And yeah, you see the phone number, the fax number, and you can email them also. So, and this was last modified November 10th, 2020. So let's go from the beginning of the list of all of these companies, all of these establishments that were in violation. Seriously. And this stuff had to be enforced. So what are these companies doing? What are the establishments actually up to here? So establishment notice of, and then they have the companies. And then they have the date of action and the date it was posted. So as you can see here at the very top, we're starting with Smithfield, which is a very popular establishment. Very popular establishment. Smithfield Fresh Meats Corporation. Wow. And these are date of action, and these are date posted. We have November 2020 and March of 2020. Wow. I see they have 2 deferrals here and 2 intended enforcement. So I guess they got it straight before they actually got suspended. But yeah, it's just amazing how they even had to get a deferral twice this year. And that is Smithfield Fresh Meats. Charlie DeMaria and Sons. Wow, we have a suspension, and the suspension was held. So Smith Valley Meats suspension, and the suspension held. Carson Meat Group suspension held. Eco-Friendly Foods suspension and suspension held. Jones Meat and Food Services suspension held. Reinstatement of suspension held again. Stephen Meat Company suspension held. Northwest Premium Meats LLC suspension held. Reinstatement of suspension held. I know, I'm wondering the same thing, real ones. What is the difference between suspension and suspension held? I guess that means it was held up. Okay. Simply's CIMPL''S, excuse me if I mispronounced it, Incorporated, suspension held. Reinstatement of suspension held. Wow. And these are different dates, you guys. So Home Place Pastures, suspension held. It does say in ambience, but hey, I have no clue. And if you guys want further information on that, you see where I'm getting it from. This is public information. Wyoming Legacy Meats LLC, suspension held in ambience. Alaska Interior Meats LLC, suspension held. Those who I just named in 2019, suspension, and all of this rest of this I'm about to say is 2020. So suspension held, reinstatement of suspension held, reinstatement of suspension. Wow. Alaska Interior Meats. Georgia Small Ruminant Research and Extension Center, suspension held. Tiwa's Premium Meat LLC. If I mispronounced it, I do apologize. Intended enforcement. And then they received a deferral. Both, that was in September 2020. Now, this one is FPL Food. Suspension. And the reason why I'm reading from the bottom up is because I noticed the dates start from a little bit from the past and then get more current in 2020. So, for example, I'm at the FPL Food, and at the bottom in their section it says suspension, January 31st, 2020. And then suspension held in abeyance, February 5th, 2020. So then another suspension was September 19th, 2020. And then a suspension held in abeyance, September 21st, 2020. Bel Campo Butchery, intended enforcement, deferral, and both of them September 2020. Moonlight Meat Processing, intended enforcement, August 2020, deferral September 11th. Bernard Processing, suspension August 24th, 2020, suspension held in abeyance, September 10th, 2020. Okay. So let's see here. We are at Swift Pork Company, suspension held in abeyance, suspension. So you guys, you see there is a very long list here. And I did not want to keep you guys all night tonight, but I really wanted to go over this because I felt like this is really important. And I'm surprised that PETA did not have a field day with this. And if they did, I didn't hear about it. Because PETA normally is right on top of anything that has something to do with humane handling. And then the enforcement actions are there. They are there. So I'm surprised PETA was not involved with this. I haven't, and not to say that they wasn't, but I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anything far as PETA getting in on this particular action. So this was from the humane handling enforcement actions. That means the meat, they were doing something extremely, they were not in compliance with the laws or the Slaughter Act. They were not in compliance of the Slaughter Act. And this is public information. So I'm Real Dence, you guys. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video, even though I'm having a bad hair day. Please forgive me. I goodness gracious, forgive me. No one's perfect, you guys. No one is perfect. And I just got to keep it real. But I came up here to make sure you guys got this and received this information to let you guys know, hey, yeah, it is out here. It is out here. So, for further information, you contact the FSIS Freedom of Information Act office located in Washington, D.C. So if you can't see that address, I'm pretty sure you can Google them. And either way, you'll be good to go. So I'm going to say goodnight to you guys. And I am Audi 5000. Mwah.